Hello everyone and welcome back to another plush collection.
Another plush collection? There's already 5 of them, isn't that enough?
It sure is, but the fans matter more than my well-being, so we're making another one.
Well surely it isn't another Piggy plush collection, right? Right?
Piggy! That's right, Blue! This isn't just any regular plush collection here on the Piggy and Blue channel. This is the
Ultimate Plush Collection! Well, that sounds gay.
Oh look who's talking!
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you're homo! What you little... With that being said, let's get into the way this will work. This video will be a big collection of all of my plushies. Well, not all my plushies, but the ones you guys will care about. For example, Fnaf, Rainbow Friends, and Piggy. Which is probably no reason you're here, but I'd appreciate it if you watched the full video. Anyways, I think that's all I had to yap about. Yeah, that's everything. Let's get started. Alright, first off we got Freddy Fazballs. And then we got Bonnie the dog. And then we got Chica the really ugly goose. And then we got everyone's favorite, Foxy the wolf. Alright, that is every plushie I have from Fnaf 1.
Excuse me.
What?
Where is Golden Freddy?
I never got that one!
Well, that's lame.
Okay, well you can get out of here then, you little prick. Anyways, on to Fnaf 2. Alright, first off we got Toy Chica.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
You can't have Toy Chica without her cupcake. Before you say something in the comments, this is FNAF 2 cupcake, not FNAF 1 cupcake. This is FNAF 1 cupcake, and this is FNAF 2 cupcake. There's the difference. And then we got Mangle!
Excuse me.
Why are you back? How are you back?
Where is Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie?
They're both rare plushies. I don't have either of them.
Man, you really have nothing special, do you?
Get out!
Whatever.
Anyways, next we got Withered Golden Freddy.
Of course you have that, but not the real one.
Get out!
No.
Anyways, next up we got...
Excuse me.
And then we got Withered Chica. And then we got Withered Barney. And then we got who some people call Marionette, but I call them the Puppet. And lastly, we got Shadow Freddy. Alright, I think that's all for FNAF 2, so let's move on to FNAF 3.
I really hate you, stop getting in my way.
Starting off with Springtrap. And then we got Phantom Freddy. Yes, I'm one of the people who thinks he's missing a leg. And then we got Springtrap 2.0. And then we got Half Naked Springtrap. And then we got Naked Springtrap. Well, that's literally it. So let's go on to FNAF 4. I literally don't have any of the FNAF 4 characters. Except, if you count them, Jacko Bonnie and Jacko Chica. And also the Marionette, whatever. FNAF 5. Yeah, this is when the quality of the Funko FNAF plushies started to really go downhill. Starting off with Circus Baby. Then Funtime Freddy. Then we got Funtime Foxy. And then we got Not Below because I lost her at one of the apartment buildings I used to live at. Lolbit. Then we got Anoid. And that's everything. No, I don't have bonnet or exotic butters. Or do I? No. Starting off with El Chip, the taco muncher. Then you can't forget Helpy. If you're wondering what that is, so am I. And then we got Orville, the guy from the popcorn. And then we got Mr. Hippo, the guy that makes you listen to a really long, boring story every time he kills you. Anyways, I gotta go poop, so you guys stay here with Mr. Hippo.
My friend, you have met a terrible, terrible demise. But, you know, I don't feel too bad about it. After all, if it weren't from me, it would have just been from someone else, you know? It reminds me of one summer day in the park. I was having just a delightful picnic with my good friend Orville. And I said to him,
Excuse me.
Then we got probably my favorite custom Fnaf plushie, Molten Freddy. And then we got Lefty. And then we got Pig Patch. Well, that's everyone for FNAF 6, so let's move on to the next game. Starting off with Glamrock Fred. How did that get there? Then we got Glamrock Chica.
Pizza?
And then we got Roxanne Wolf, which for some people is the only reason they played Security Breach. By the way, I give her a tail. And then we got Bombardino Crocodilo. And then we got the main villain that barely even shows up, Vanny. Then we got all the Blacklight characters. We got Blacklight Glamrock Freddy, Glamrock Chica, Roxy, and Monty. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, those are all bootlegs. Then I also got these two things I won from a claw machine. They remind me of those things from FNAF 3. Well, that's all. Let's move on to the next thing. First we got Blacklight Freddy. And then Easter Foxy. Then we got Frostbite Balloon Boy, I think. Then we got Candy Freddy. Then we got Candy the Cat. Then we got Fredbear. And then we got Balloon Chica. And then we got Balloon Chica. Then we got whatever this guy's name is. Then we got his brother. And then we got his other brother. He's kind of slow. Then we got Big Bird. And then we got Hamburger Helper Bonnie. And then we got Statue of Liberty Chica. And then we got slightly worse Statue of Liberty Chica. Then we got a leprechaun or something. Then we got another leprechaun. And there was a third one, but then we got Twisted Freddy. Twisted Foxy. Then we got Captain Foxy. Then we got Dreadbear. Then we got this thing. Then we got Ice Freddy. And then last but not least, we got all these little head things. And that is every FNAF plushie I own. We can finally move on to something else. Hey, you! If you've made it this far into the video, put this emoji in your comment. Okay, bye. Alright, now it's time for my puppet collection. Don't worry, this one's a lot smaller than the FNAF one. Starting off with Jeffy from SML. And then Kermit the Frog. Then we got the Purple Pickle. Then we got Walter Silton, better known as Chef Pee-Pee if you watched SML. And then we got the Chief of the Police. Right now he has no name. Then we got Judge Johnson. And then we have God. Last but not least, we got Mr. Sniffer, your average public bathroom simulator player. Well, I think that's all the puppets I have, so on to the next collection. And last but not least, we got the raccoon. Hey, sugar apples in stock.
The zombies are coming.
Alright, we got another really big collection, so let's just try to speed through this. Pea shooter, sunflower, pea shooter again, snow pea, chomper, sunflower, repeater, walnut, explodo nut, tall nut, potato mine, cherry bomb. Fun fact, this is the first plushie I ever made. Cactus, cattail, another cattail, starfruit, melon pulp, frozen melon pulp, kernel pulp, cabbage pulp, plantain, hypno shroom, puff shroom, scaredy shroom, remade scaredy shroom, fume shroom, remade fume shroom, doom shroom, sun shroom, bonk choy, iceberg lettuce, cocoa bean, gatling pea, and then all these lily pads with different expressions. Now it's time for the zombies. Normal zombie, frozen / hypnotized zombie, cone zombie, pompadour zombie, and pompadour zombie, bikini zombie, another bikini zombie, seaweed zombie, balloon zombie, punk zombie, breakdancer zombie, gargantuar, and the imp, another gargantuar, and his imp, just an imp, digger zombie. His name sounds really similar to a slur. Raw zombie, pole vaulter zombie, mummy zombie, night zombie, ducky tube, pirate gargantuar. I don't know why he's so small. Dolphin rider zombie, another dolphin rider zombie, zombotany, poncho zombie, jester zombie, and rockstar Dr. Zomboss. Alright, that is every Plants vs. Zombies plushie. Next to the next thing. Alright, the rest of the collections up until the last one are small, so this shouldn't take long. First we got Seek. And then we got my version of Seek. And then we got this thing. Yeah, we don't talk about that. And then we got probably one of my most favorite plushies I've made. Figure. And then we got the old versions. You can see how much I improved over time. And then we got Screech. Then we got Giggle. And then we got Giggle again. Then we got Grumble. I don't know why he's the exact same size as Giggle. Then we got the Gloom Bat. And last but not least, we got Blobseek. And that's everything. On to the next collection. First off, we got Huggy Wuggy. And then we got Kissy Missy. And then we got Baby Huggy Wuggy. Then we got Catnap. Then we got Dog Day. Then we got Hoppy Hopscotch. Then we got Bubba Bubbaphant. Then we got Bobby Bear Hug. Then we got Crafty Corn. Then we got Monster Catnap. Then we got Zoe the Doll Man. Then we got PJ Pugapillar. Then we got another Monster Catnap. And then we got Nightmare Catnap. And then we got the 2 Lunchbox Huggy Wuggies. And that's everything for Poppy Playtime. Alright, first off, we got the OG Rainbow Friends plushies. Starting off with blue. And then green. He still has blood on his arm from the incident. Then we got orange. And then we got purple. Now on to the newer plushies. We got blue, green, orange, and purple. And then we got red. Then we got yellow. Then we got cyan. Then we got custom cyan. Then we got custom orange. And then we got little blue, big blue, and really big cyan. Alright, that's everything. Now it's time for the final collection.
Excuse me. If you made it this far into the video, you put this emoji in your comment along with the other emoji. Okay, bye.
Alright, now it's time for the part you've all been waiting for. The Piggy plush collection.
Excuse me.
Oh god, what now?
Didn't that game die like 2 years ago?
Yeah, so what? I still like it.
Yeah, you should make videos about something more relevant.
Oh yeah, like what?
Still brain rot.
Oh heck no, get out of here. Anyways, first off, we got the big jerk we all know and love. Piggy! Then we got her mother. Mother! And then we got her father. Father! And then we got Sheepy. And then we got the character that deserves to have a character focus chapter. Doggy. Then we got Zompiggy. Then we got 2 Clownies. And then we got 2 Foxies. Then we got Piggy's grandmother. Grandmother. Then we got Ellie. And then we got Robbie. And then we got Mousy. And Piggy's little brother, Georgie. And then we got Torture. And lastly, for book 1, we got Mr. P. Alright, that's all for book 1. Now it's time for book 2.
Excuse me.
What could you possibly have to say now?
Why are you missing Teacher and Bunny and Barry and Zizzy and Pony and Giraffe and Mimi and Z and Zuzi and Soldier and Badgie?
Why do you even care about that? You're only here to annoy me.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I am missing Barry. Alright, on to book 2. First off, we got Officer Doggy. And then we got Willow. And then we got Tigry. Hi, Willow. Then we got TSP Tigry. And TSP Kitty. And then TSP Katie. TSP Pandy. TSP Philip. TSP Baron. And TSP Felix. And then we got Polly. And then we got Friend. And then we got Archie. Then we got Crawler. Then we got Spidella. Then we got Tio. And fun fact, I haven't used him in so long that he's still wearing the Santa outfit. Then we got Delta. Then we got Piggy in her emo phase. Then we got Sentinel. And William. Then we got the old distorted Tio. And the new one. And I just realized one of Spidella's legs came off. Alright, that's all the book 2 characters. Now it's time for all the extra characters. Starting off with Memory. Starting off with Memory. And then we got Kamusi. And then we got Ghosty. And then we got the Prototype. Then we got the crappy old Mr. Stitchy. Then we got the new good Mr. Stitchy. And then we got Fergus. And then we got Scry. And then we got Blat. Then we got Piggy's Bat. And then we got Umbra. And then we got Dual Cara. Yeah, I gotta fix him. And then we got Mr. Poppy Seed. And yes, I know this is Mr. P, but this isn't how he looks in the game. This is how he looks in the Pig 64 teaser, so I'm counting him as a different character. Speaking of Pig 64, we got the pig from Pig 64. No, just don't think of Pig 64. It's okay. Just forget about it. Alright, the final plushie in the Piggy plush collection is AJ Alpaca from Pig 64. Sorry, I just really hated Pig 64 Part 2. Not that it was bad, but just because it was way too hard before the nerf. Alright, that was every important plush collection. By the way, the first person to comment the correct amount of plushies in this video will get pinned. Goodbye, everyone.